Hello viewers, Mike Money Gaming here, and I am here with something new. I know that every part of me is screaming that I shouldn't be starting something new, but another part of me says, oh, why the heck not? We technically only have 3 Let's Plays going right now, and I just want to do something really fun. The game we're about to play has one of these. That was the sound of turning pages. So yes, I have in my hands, like you can see it, the strategy guide with me. Now you might be thinking, oh great, is this one of those games that's going to be like, you barely know what you're doing, you have to use the strategy guide for everything? No. I actually have played this game all the way through to completion. I have the strategy guide, however, for the beginning of it, because it can kind of be confusing. So let's get started, so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, I don't know how this Let's Play is going to be taken when you see what it is. Because it's published by Square Electronics Arts LLC and Disney Interactive. You probably have an idea of what it already is. And it's also published by Squaresoft, or made by Squaresoft. I don't know exactly what that means. 2002 Disney and Touchstone Pictures of Final Fantasy and some other characters from Disney. That's right. I'm going to be playing, for your entertainment, Kingdom Hearts. Now, like I said, I don't know how this is going to be taken, because I never gave you any warning that I was going to do this. And so, this is a game that I've only seen attempted Let's Play of, I should say, because it never really came to completion. The lady who was doing it, I forget her name right now because it's not on the top of my head, she wasn't really into Let's Playing that much, and so she started this as kind of a test for herself to see if she could do it, and it wasn't taken too well on her page. Maybe it's just because of who she was. Maybe she wasn't too confident in herself, and so it made people hard for them to accept this Let's Play and all that. But really, I chose this Let's Play. Oops, no, we don't want that continuing thing start, whatever it is going to do. It might mess something up. I'm going to go ahead and hit new game. Okay, here we go. We'll see on this screen, so nothing bad will happen. But yeah, as I was saying, this is one of those games that can make a really bad Let's Play or a really good Let's Play. And I think that it'd be a bad Let's Play if we did it blind. If you're like me and you're doing it kind of like you haven't played it in a while, but you know everything there is to know about Kingdom Hearts from playing both this one and the second one, then you probably have a good enough experience to know exactly what you're doing to do a Let's Play of this. And so that's why I feel confident in my saying that I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy this, because those lovers of Kingdom Hearts are not going to be completely destroyed on the fact that someone will be tearing apart their game, especially if you're a huge lover of this game. Now, backstory. I'll be honest. I got this game, I believe, as a Christmas present, and I was completely hesitant to play it. Like, my mom bought it for me, and I told her, I was like, looking at it, and I think I had Game Informer at the time. I was looking at it, and I was like, Mom, I seriously don't think I'm going to like this game. It has everything to do with Disney. A Disney game does not sound like it's going to be any fun. And she was like, fine, if you don't want it, I'll keep it. And I was like, no, I'll give it a try. And so I picked it up, put it in the PS2, and started playing. However, I can honestly admit to you, I have never played it on Expert before. I'm not going to, but I've never played it on Expert before. That may make it a better Let's Play, I don't know. But I'm going to be playing it on normal because that's the only way I know how to play it. And if you play it on Expert, really the only difference is you get a few different challenges, and if you 100% the game completely, you get a special thing at the end. But I have to admit, it's going to be impossible for me to do that because I've never really actually 100%ed this game. I've only completed it to its fulfillment without getting every other side quest in the game. Now, another thing I want to mention is that, as I said before, I have the strategy guide with me. I'm only going to be attempting to use it for like situations where like off screen or something I'm stuck, you know, maybe if I'm just having a heck of a time remembering where you're supposed to go next and stuff like that, I'm probably going to use it then. Now, the difference between the strategy guide and probably like an FAQ that you might use online is FAQs will probably give you suggestions on what to do next, while this will tell you exactly what to do next. So let's go ahead and hit normal. Sure, I'll have the vibration setting on. I usually turn it off, but I'll have it on for this. And we'll say yes. And I'll stay quiet here, because I think someone's about to speak. Kingdom Hearts.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real or not?
More like a walkthrough instead of my usual stuff where I just talk about this, that, and the other. I'm going to make sure I explain things that are going to be happening. So much to do, so little time. Take your time. Don't be afraid. The door is still shut. What door? Now, step forward. Can you do it? Use the left analog stick to move. Tilt it slightly to walk or harder to run. So that's walking, that's running. You walk to the middle, you trigger the next cutscene. These pedestals appear, power sleeps within you. If you give it form, it will give you strength. Choose well. Now, quick thing. You got over here a sword, a staff, and a shield. Now, it's pretty obvious what these are going to do for you. A sword's going to put your attack up, magic's going to put your magic up, and a shield's going to put up your defense. Now, if you're a brand new player to this, and you feel like you're going to have trouble, grab the shield. If you're kind of like me, and you're like jumping into the fray whenever you have to fight, grab the sword. Or if you like being a magic user, you want to grab the staff. But just remember, what's going to happen here is you're going to grab one item, and then the other one you have to choose to get rid of. Sometimes what I like to do, I like to choose to get the sword and get rid of the shield, and then I have the staff. Why? Because I'm kind of a sword magic user. However, let me tell you why that may not be a good thing for beginners. The magic system in this game is really kind of hard to get used to, especially if you're new. You're going to be getting killed a lot trying to use magic when you first get a hold of it, you know, because it works on a strange command sequence that you'll learn in a minute. The sword I would recommend if you're really good at button mashers, because this is kind of going to be a button masher, but not. And the shield is what I recommend if you really feel like you're going to get your ass kicked in the game, more or less. Pardon my language. But first, I'm going to grab the sword. Also, he has some mad hops, too. The power of the warrior, invincible courage, a sword of terrible destruction. Is this the power you seek? Now let me just turn to the page to tell you exactly what this is going to affect. If I can find it again. Ah, here it is. Okay. So your beginning stats, if you choose the sword, your attack, or your strength is going to be 6. Now, I might sacrifice something different than I'm used to. I might sacrifice the staff this time. And if you do that, your beginning stats are going to be HP is going to be 18, your MP is going to be 2, your AP, which don't worry about that, is going to be 1, your strength is going to be 6, and your defense is going to be 2. Now you might be wondering, what is AP? Well, AP is going to be for, like, you know, kind of in Legaia 2 where you can only select certain attributes if you have so much AP? That's why you may not want to get rid of the staff. Because if you get rid of the staff, you take it down to 1 and you won't be able to use it. However, if you get rid of the shield, your defense drops to 1, but I'm going to probably do that because that's what I usually do. And I think it's the best option for those who like to balance out magic and attack. So let's say this, your path is set. You cannot change after you do this, by the way. Now what will you give up in exchange? I know, I'm kind of indecisive, but I'm going to give up the shield. Power of the Guardian. Kindness to aid friends. A shield to repel all. Now you might be thinking, you mean you don't like your friends? No, that's not it at all. This just means that your defense is not going to be as powerful as it could be, but your AP and magic is going to get a small boost. So I say go with this. You've chosen the power of the warrior. You get up the power of the guardian. And that made just kid whenever I said that you couldn't change it. You can. Is this the form you choose? You can choose maybe not and go back. Don't worry, it just lets you try it again and again until you choose exactly what you want. I'm going to say yes. The pedestals fall, and the ground falls too. But don't worry, you're fine. Phew. This time we're going to be landing on a Snow White plaque. And you land very smoothly. And the voice is going to speak to you again after you've given the sword. You've gained the power to fight. Press X to attack. So you can swing your sword by hitting X. Alright, you got it. Use this power to protect yourselves and others. The green gauge displays your hit points or health. Okay. If you run out of HP, you'll be taken to the continue screen. Not here, though. The blue gauge shows your magic points. Magic is still a mystery to you. And notice I only have 2. If you chose the staff as your main weapon, you'd have 3, I believe. And if you give up the sword, your strength also decreases, but you'll have more defense. There will be times you have to fight. Meet our enemies. Keep your light burning strong. Basically all you need to do is go near them and tap X and you'll hit them. You gain experience by defeating enemies. With enough experience you gain a level. Furthermore, defeating enemies sometimes leave items behind. You can take these items by walking up to them. Different items can do different things like restore HP or MP. For example, these enemies will always drop green balls that recover your HP. Behind you! Generally, you'll automatically target the nearest enemy, but you can lock on to a specific target by pressing R1. Lock on will appear in the upper left corner on the screen while you're locked onto a target. Locking onto a target limits the actions available to you, especially against other targets. Press R1 again to release the target lock. Now, don't be worried about what that means. Basically, it's just warning you that other enemies will still try to sneak up on you while you're locked onto an enemy. So, don't at all think that if you lock onto one enemy that you'll be fine, that the other enemies will ignore you. It doesn't work that way. But there will be some enemies that you will want to lock onto because that's the only way to defeat them. I love the look on this guy's face. He's kind of like, holy crap, you know, after he gets out of that darkness, because, you know, that would be kind of scary to be sucked into complete darkness. Okay, on this screen you still have control. There's this door here, and that's the only thing you can really look at, but we're still doing pretty good on time, so let's walk up to the door. You walk up to it, it's like, if this is a field icon, it pops up whenever a special command is available. You can examine nearby objects by selecting Examine, then press X. Now you might be wondering, how am I doing that? Well, it's the control pad. Or the left stick also works. Now, I like to use the control pad over the left stick because, as you can tell, I'm just pressing down right now, and it keeps going all the way down, all the way back up, and repeats. If you hold on the right stick, it kind of gets a little glitchy. So I like to just use the control pad. But the only problem is if you do that, oh yeah, by the way, he says I can't open it. But if you do the control pad, you have to let go of the control stick, so just keep that in mind. Huh. Looks like a treasure chest. The question mark in the command menu turns into various commands. So we open this. Oh, it didn't really give us anything. You can press large crates. Or you can just destroy it, but he wants you to push it, so just walk up against it and you'll push it. You can also smash it. Just like that. You can take items by walking up to them, and then use items with the items command. So we got ourselves a potion now. You can lock on to objects as well as enemies. When locked on, press L2 to switch your focus between available targets. Yeah, you're supposed to lift it and throw it or hit it with your sword. I like to hit it with my sword because it looks kind of cool. Anyway, now you can go up to the door and hit examine again, and this time the door will open. Ooh, pretty shiny light. Alright, this next part here, hold on, the door won't open just yet. First, tell me more about yourself. Press the select button to shift to first person view. You can then use the left analog stick to look all around. Although that's really not that useful, you can still do it, you know, it's like, oh, cool, I'm looking in first person. This place looks kind of cool though when you really look around. It's not important right now what this place is, just don't worry about that, and your view is inverted, so keep that in mind too. Now when you talk to these people, they're going to ask you a few questions about yourself. This will determine how your level up works. Now it kind of helps your difficulty in a way. You have fast, normal, and slow. Fast is if you feel like you're impatient. Normal is if you feel like you're more of a grinder but not really. And slow is if you love fighting enemies to the dying breath that you have in real life, and then you level up. So choose the one that's best to you. I'm going to choose the normal pace, and what you want to do is you want to talk to this guy here. The attack command is changed to talk. Select talk to strike up a conversation. What are you so afraid of? You want to, if you want to follow my way, you want to say being different. Is that really so scary? Okay, then go over here and talk to this guy. What do you want out of life? To broaden my horizons. To broaden your horizons, huh? And the last one's her here. What's most important to you? Being number one, friendship, or my prized possessions? You want to say friendship if you're following mine. Is friendship such a big deal? You're afraid of being different. You want to broaden your horizons, and you want friendship. See, I'm a friendly guy. Your adventure begins at midday. Keep a steady pace and you'll come through fine. Now, on this you can say, on second thought, and change your mind. If you want to follow your own path and do one of the fast ones, hit A, D, and G on your selections to do fast. Or if you want to do slow, do C, F, and I, which is be indecisive to be strong, my prized possessions for slow, getting old to see rare sights, and to be number 1 to do fast. The day you open the door is both far off and very near. The Sleeping Beauty, or Aurora, I can't remember how to pronounce her name exactly. But we're actually running out of time here, so I'm going to pause the game. And when we get back, I'll tell you the next thing you have to worry about. Till then, everyone. Bye.